How we doing, everybody? It is a beautiful day here in the Cheesy Moon Workshop. Saturday afternoon. The wife and I were out running around. Got kind of a late start. Found one yard sale with a couple knives. And thanks to my daughter, we had a little extra spending money, so I was able to go do a little bit of knife shopping. First one I found was this one right here. Now, as soon as I saw this sheath, I said, that looks like a tool sheath. It's not made for knives necessarily, and I was right. Let me pull that knife out and we'll talk about this for a minute. This is a Malco TP301. This was a knife, but it was like a double-sided dagger-looking knife made for cutting air conditioning duct board. It's like a fiberglass compressed boards. Very stiff and dried out, so I throw a little bit of mink oil in it. It's a little, I'm afraid it's going to break. It's so dry and brittle. Maybe some of you leather guys can give me a comment or two to how to soften this thing up again. But inside that sheath was this knife. This knife is made by Parker Cutlery Company, and I believe Terry's Knives and Man Stuff just did a video talking about Parker knives, and so I kind of put him center stage here on this little collection of stickers that Big J sent to me. But this knife is, so we can focus here. Parker Cutlery Company. Surgical steel. It's got the eagle. Oh, sorry about that, folks. And then up here on the actual blade, there's an eagle that says Eagle brand cutlery. These are manufactured in Japan. But this is a weird knife. Look how tiny the handle is. Yeah, I'm a good sized guy, but it's a 3-finger knife handle. Just can get 3 fingers on it. And you can see here the scars from a draw through knife sharpener. Edge is pretty knackered up, and for some reason they tried to sharpen this wedge. It's got sharpening marks all in it. So it's going to take a little bit of cleaning up, and this is not a super high-end knife to begin with, and I might customize the handle to give me a full grip here. It won't be through tang all the way, but we're only going to add an inch, maybe an inch and a half to that handle. Maybe put some jipping up here and make it a little bit more useful for me, because I couldn't really even hang on to this knife and do any kind of serious use with it, because unless I really choke up on it, it's barely a 3-finger knife. But that was pretty cool for the price I paid, and I'll share that in a minute. So the knife in the sheath, and I'm gonna pause real quick and adjust the camera. Okay, the second find was this old Colonial. I haven't looked at the tag stamp to see when it's made. It says Colonial USA. It's probably 70s or 80s. They call it a fish knife, but it's a single blade, so it's technically a toothpick. But clamshell handles, red plastic scale here. But this knife has great walk and talk. A beautiful half stop, and it snaps right in. flush. I'm off camera again, sorry. Decent snap. It is nasty. All this stuff was dirty, nasty. Great snap. And I'll see what this looks like after I clean it up. I may swap out. It's a clamshell handle, and I may swap that out for some wood. I've got some beautiful new wood I picked up recently. This next knife here, I believe this is Holub Sycamore. It's just an old electrician's knife. I believe it's from probably the 70s, and it's got this like ombre two-tone coloring on the handles here. It's light at the bolster, and it gets darker as it goes down. And that's probably going to look pretty nice when I get this knife cleaned up. The bail's in good shape. It is pretty dirty, but once I get it cleaned up, it's got a great half stop as well. So I can illustrate that without cutting myself. Good snap. I just like these old electrician's knife. It's a good working knife. Throw it in your pocket, throw it in the truck, and go about your business. Has brass liners. It's going to clean up pretty nice. So that was those three. And then this guy. And it is dirty and nasty, but it's all there and it all works. There's no sewing awl, corkscrew, scissors, can opener, screwdriver, bottle opener, flat tip wire stripper, the saw that's in great shape, the small blade, and the large blade. Never been sharpened, probably never been used. Dirty, needs cleaned up. Tweezers, toothpick, all there. So these things are floating all over the place. So the 4 knives here, $20. So that's, some were worth $5. This was worth probably, easily $10, $15 if I wanted to sell it. Probably get 20 out of it once it's cleaned up. So I think I got my money's worth, and I've got 3, 4 videos that I can do on getting these cleaned up and back to a usable state. Scooch this down, so make sure everybody's in frame. But this knife here, again, I'm going to turn this into a project knife. It is pretty scarred up with all the grinding that they did on the swedge, all the grind marks on the blade. It's going to take a lot of fixing up. I'm probably going to redo this handle and make it a more usable knife. Another one of those fun projects. These others, this may turn into a project knife as well. It's just an old, inexpensive Colonial. They were pretty cheap when they were sold, probably $3 or $4. Well, being the 70s, it might have been a $10 knife, but clamshell handles. Again, don't know why they call it a fish knife, because it's a single blade toothpick. I got big hands, so I like those big long handles. Good walk and talk on that knife. So, 2 project knives, 2 cleanup knives, and again, Terry's Knives and Man Stuff. I'm going to include him in, I'll put his link on there because he was just talking about Parker, so that way he'll know that I mentioned him, and he can look at this Parker knife, because apparently they're maybe the original Parker company. I don't know about this Parker Cutlery. I don't know if that's still related to the company he was talking about, but there you go, fellas. Hey guys, doing a little segue video here. I just picked up these knives at the yard sale we went to, and something I always do, but I have never really shown on camera. I'm holding the camera in my hand this time. Is I always put these in a bath of hot soapy water here. Get the toothpick and the tweezers, we'll drop them in there. And I let those soak for a while, a few hours in a hot soapy water. And then I'll take them out, rinse them, brush them with a plastic, little plastic scrub brush, knock off what I can. Then I soak them in some mineral or vegetable oil, either one of those. Vegetable is a little dense, but it works in a pinch. But that is like step one of cleaning of all the knives I pick up. I always give them a good bath, because all the old lubrication and all the old gunk from toolboxes or whatever they've been, this really helps to loosen it up and get it off of there. So here you go. I'll tag this on the end of my video just made, and we'll see you guys next time. Saturday afternoon, Cheeseman Workshop, yard sale finds. So until I see you all again, have a beautiful day.